So the other day I had to mow the lawn, and let me tell you people, this manual labor shit, it just is not for me. And I had to find this out firsthand. Now, I like to take things easy on myself. I don't like to stress my body too much and like pushing around like some big piece of machinery that could damage me. It could hurt my liver or something. And I don't even have a license to operate a lawnmower, so I don't even know what to do in a situation like this. But it was really crazy, and you guys aren't gonna believe this story, but my mother, she comes storming downstairs because I live in her basement for over 40 years now, and I was in the middle of sleeping. Like, she's on her way to work at noon, and she wakes me up at 11 a.m., and she starts yelling at the top of her lungs going, "Oh my God, my son is so worthless. You know what? I've had enough. You're not going to stay here and sleep all day. I give you money to buy DVDs and video games. You sit down here and you play them all the time. I do your laundry. I cook for you. I clean for you. I do all this shit. You never leave the house. You don't have a social life. All you do is sit here all day. Hell, I don't even think you even kissed a girl in your life." And I'm like, "Whoa, Mom, where is this coming from? I'm your son." And she's like, "You know what? I've had enough of you. You're not going to sleep all day. You're going to go upstairs, you're going to go out to that front yard, and you're going to mow every single blade of grass in that yard, and if you don't do it, I'm going to kick your ass out of my house." I'm like, where is this coming from, woman? I mean, calm down. Could you be over-exaggerating things calm down. I mean, I know, I'm sure all you guys have mothers that over-exaggerate because, she wants to make it sound like she does every single thing for me, which is totally not the truth. Like, when I take a shit, I wipe my own ass. I don't make my mom wipe my own ass. Sure, I was making her do it up to, like, the age of 15, but I haven't asked her to do it since. Would it be nice if she did it every time I took a dump? Yeah, it would be nice. But you know what? I take the burden off of her and I do it myself. So yeah, I get it. She's been working for 50-some years and she works 7 days a week. More the power to her. I'm obviously not someone designed to do that. And I do things for myself. Besides wiping my ass. A couple weeks ago, when she leaves to go to work, she usually leaves out, a big plate of prepared food for me, with a note that says, "Here you go, Archie, in case you get hungry, love, Mom." And, it's great and all, and she, makes pretty good meals, I'll give her that. But a couple weeks ago, I walked upstairs, might I add, 12 stairs to get from her basement, my bedroom, up to the kitchen. 12 stairs. That's double-digit stairs, people. I was already starving. I had to expel basically every single remaining calorie I had left to burn for energy to get up to the kitchen. And when I get up there, what do I see? An empty counter. She forgot. She forgot to leave out a plate of prepared food for me. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I was not born a woman. I don't know how to use shit in a kitchen. So I'm like, what the hell am I going to do? I'm starving. So I grabbed what I thought was the simplest thing to prepare, and that was a bag of microwave popcorn, and I put it in the microwave, and I don't even know how to work this thing. I put it in for what I thought was a reasonable amount of time. I put the microwave popcorn in for 50 minutes. So I put it in, I walk away, go to the living room, start watching TV, and 45 minutes later I wake up because the smoke alarm's going off and the microwave caught on fire. Now, how was I supposed to know that was going to happen? It didn't say, anywhere on the box, if you put this in for 50 minutes, it will set your microwave on fire. How was I supposed to know that? So anyways, my mom comes home that night and she starts bitching at me going, "Oh my God, what did you do to my kitchen? There's smoke damage everywhere. The microwave is burned to the ground. What the hell happened?" And I'm like, wow, why do you gotta jump to conclusions saying it's my fault? How do we know the microwave wasn't defective? I can't help it. We did not have a flame-proof microwave. That's my fault. You're the one that bought the microwave. Why don't you buy better shit, woman? So anyways, that's the type of mother I have. I'm sure a lot of you guys' mothers out there are like that as well, but whatever. So anyways, this day, my mom's making me go upstairs and mow the lawn. And I gotta go outside in the 90-degree heat. Yeah, right. So I go out there, and there's the lawnmower sitting in the driveway, and I, go up to it. I don't know which end is which, and I know you pull a cord or something, and I pulled the cord once. I tried. I honestly tried. I pulled the cord once, and the thing didn't start. So I'm like, well, I guess it's broken, or, I don't, have the remote control for it, or whatever, and it's just not working. So I'm like, this sucks. and I gotta cut the grass or else, my mom's gonna kick me out of her basement. Just bullshit. I know, I'm getting a little choked up trying to think of not being able to live in my parents' basement. But anyways, I look across the street. And as the neighbor on the motorcycle is driving by, I see little Sarah across the street at her little lemonade stand. You guys know Sarah before, I told you about her. And she's selling lemonade. She has like an endless line of customers waiting to buy her lemonade. She's making tens and tens of dollars. And I'm just like, what the hell? No one's paying me to mow my lawn, and this little girl, this little 12-year-old girl running an illegal operation is getting paid to work outside, and I'm getting nothing. I'm getting nothing! So anyways, I wait for the last of Sarah's customers to finish up buying her shitty lemonade, and I walk up to Sarah, and I'm like, hey Sarah, how are you doing today? And she goes, hey Archie, how are you doing today? It's pretty hot. I bet you want some lemonade, don't you? I go, no, Sarah, I don't want any of your shitty lemonade. I'm basically going to explain to you how things work in the real world. And she goes, oh, Archie, how is that? And I go, well, one day, you're going to get a little older, much like myself, and you're going to be over 40 years old living in your parents' basement, and they're going to make you mow the lawn, Sarah. And she goes, oh, well, I guess I'd have to do it if my parents told me to do it. And I go, yeah. And I was like, you know what? My mom told me to do it today. And, I have an idea here, Sarah. Since your parents are just basically inevitably going to ask you to do it, you might as well learn how to do it right now. So I basically told her, I was like, you know what? You might as well practice on my lawn, because Sarah's lawn, her parents, cut the grass the other day. It was fine. So I was like, you better get some practice on my lawn. And Sarah's like, oh, yeah, I guess you're right, because they're going to ask me to do it, and I have to do what they say. And I was like, yep, you absolutely will. So anyways, Sarah came over, and, it's amazing that she got the lawn cut. I mean, the lawnmower is actually taller than she is, but, she slaved away, pushing away. And, I mean, we have about 3 acres worth of yard here at my parents' place, and she got it all cut, and I was surprised. And I mean, I had the good fortune of watching her from, inside the house in the living room. I mean, I was watching a Harry Potter marathon on TV, and it was great to be sitting in the air conditioning while she's cutting the lawn. So she finished it up, and I didn't even tell her to do this, but she raked up all the grass clippings and put them in like trash bags and put them out the curb. I was like, wow, I was just gonna, let the grass clippings stay on the grass, but Sarah, you really overdid it here. And she was like, yeah, I did a good job, and I wonder if your mom is going to be grateful that I did this for you. And I was like, whoa, Sarah, you can't tell my mother that you did this, because, I'm going to get in trouble. And, since, this is something that you're going to have to do, this is a valuable life lesson. So, it wouldn't be nice for you to, tell my mother that I told you to cut the grass. And she's like, oh, but, I did it. I would like credit for it. And I was like, listen, you little shithead, I'm older than you. That means I have seniority in life. You're gonna do as I say. You got it, you little bitch? Anyways, she gets all sad and she runs back home crying. I'm just like, God, what a little sensitive Sally. So anyways, I'm just, sitting back inside my nice air-conditioned living room here at my parents' place, and I'm watching the Harry Potter marathon. And my mom comes home and she's like, oh my God, Archie, I am impressed with you. This grass is perfectly cut. I didn't even tell you to rake up all the grass clippings, but you did it anyway, and you put them at the curb. This is amazing. I said, yeah, I mean, it was tough, and, I risked damaging my perfectly manicured hands for this, but, I got it done. And she's like, wow, I am truly so proud of my son, and for that, I'm going to cook you your favorite meal. I was like, oh, hell yes! Mashed potato, macaroni, and cheese casserole for one, woman! Get that oven heated up! I was like, this is great. I'm getting my favorite meal. Air-conditioned house, Harry Potter marathon. There's nothing better than this. So, I'm sitting down at the dinner table with my mom, and I'm eating the mashed potato, because that's what we call it here, mashed potato and macaroni and cheese casserole, and it's so delicious. I love it. And my mom's like trying to talk to me about like how her day was. She was like, yeah, oh man, I was at work, and one of my clients, they're having issues. I'm like, shut up, Mom. I don't care about your day. I'm sitting here enjoying this meal. Don't give me your shit. And she's like, oh, all right. And then she just goes back to eat. And then as I'm saying that, I look out the front window, and there's little Sarah with her arms crossed, marching across from her house across the street to my house. And I'm like, that son of a bitch. she's gonna come over and take credit for cutting the goddamn lawn after I told her that she can't do that. So she knocks at the door. My mom gets up, answers the door, and I can't believe this shit. I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to pack my things and move out. Mom opens the door and there's little Sarah, and she says, "Hello, Mrs. Fiend, I'm just going door to door wondering if you want to buy some Girl Scout cookies." And I said, "Hey, do you got any Thin Mints?" True story. God, I can't believe I messed up on the mashed potato. I said mashed potato again. Mashed potatoes and macaroni casserole. What is so hard to say about that?